Hey traders, Raghee here, and in this recap video we're going to do something a little unorthodox in a day where most of the market was concerned about tariffs, retaliatory tariffs. What did the ECB just do? What did FOMC mean? And of course this quadruple witching. I went with something that we have been focused on for some time. In fact, when you have a week when there's going to be a lot of volatility, there's really two choices you have. You know, for me, one is to go really, really short term and the other is to go longer term. And one of the markets that we've been focused on has been one that's benefited from some of this slightly more positive NAFTA narrative, and that's our expectation that Natty gas is going to continue to rise. And this is actually a conversation that focuses on what's going on between US and Mexico. Mexico is a huge, huge customer of the US when it comes to natural gas. Some 1/4 of their electrical grid relies on US natty gas exports. And that's definitely something that we're keeping an eye on. Now, ultimately, the better the NAFTA conversation goes, the easier it is to be long natty gas. So as it became clear that while it was still going to take some time, there was an overall expectation that we will get this NAFTA deal done. It wasn't quite as adversarial as it was seeming it was going to be. And it just became either let's look for these oversold buys or let's start looking for the pullback buys. And this is something that we talked about in the premium video just a few days back, about a week ago. And you kind of rewind the clock and here was our overall buy right there. And we weren't looking for the moon and stars, although now we're starting to go into a trailing mode. But let me talk to you about how we recognize an uptrend and how much of a pullback to look for. And natty gas is a great example of this. And this is something you can use again and again. First of all, the green grab candles are dominating. The angle of the wave is starting to move higher, but that's somewhat subjective, right? Notice what else we got. Consistent green grab candles, that's great, but then we got 5 propulsion dots, which started opening up the door to, hey, is this an uptrend? I mean, are we really starting to see better organization? And then the narrative, the story around this market started to get slightly more bullish, or at least less bearish, less fear surrounding NAFTA, which is inherently bullish for not just the Mexican peso, but natty gas as well. But notice, and it's subtle, but you do want to notice we've had a few blue grab candles along the way. And we have not stayed consistent with the propulsion dots, which is just another way. The propulsion dots, by the way, are an encapsulation of exponential moving averages and crosses, exponential moving average crosses. So when you see a trend that looks buyable, but it's got some blue grab candles, what I would recommend is wait for the market to get below the 34 EMA on the high. Look for it to get just below that level and look for a buy closer to the middle line or inside the wave. And that's what we did with the help of a Darvis level. We looked at the 2.880. So we used the Darvis level to find the support, also a minor psychological level, and the blue candles told us, hey, look for something below the top line of the wave. And here we are with a nice winner going into the weekend. But this that I'm showing you here, this pattern, the green grab candles, using the dots, waiting for a pullback, we do this time and time again. I hope it helps you out. We'll follow up more on this in the future. But think about how to put these tools together. These tools are free, by the way, gang, on the TradeStation platform. This is not an indicator pitch. We've got these tools free on TradeStation, MT4, Thinkorswim, Ninja, TradingView, and I'm sure other platforms that I just don't use or know about. But take a look, and I'll see you in the next update.